This pool is roughly about 500,000 gallons. I've been building it for 29 years.
Turn it on and let her rip.
I designed and built all the filtration systems, the pumping system, the waterfall systems. As far as any kind of private backyard pool, this is the largest that I'm aware of. Have our welcome bear. He's a cedar hand carved. Kind of make the place look a little friendly if you like bears. Come on through. I had a furniture store that I made a living with. This is my hobby. A lot of people hunt, some play golf. I just build this in my backyard. It's about 95 feet across both directions at the widest point. The sand in the shallow is a total of 18 pickup loads of sand, and it's deep enough you can walk on it and not hit the bottom. One of my favorite features is the waterfall feature. You can sit behind it, look through it, or stand up and let it fall on you and so forth. All of the flowers, all the horticulture, my wife does. We wanted a natural setting. My wife just didn't think she could stand looking at those blue and white balls on a rope kind of dividing the shallow from the deep. After a little while we thought about it and she got all our ducks in a row and there they are. If you actually drop a plumb line straight off the end of the board, it hits the wall at about 12 feet, but by the time you just step off where you would hit the water is 15 feet. Our grandsons will do a lot of flips, dives, 1.5. That's a 1 1/4.
That looks painful.
Usually somebody ties a rope on a tree branch and a rope swing is just fun. I thought, well, if we're doing a kind of old-time natural setting, you gotta have a rope swing. I don't have a big tree here, so I've got a telephone pole and put it there. It's got about 3 yards of concrete total holding it down back here. It's been there now 22 years and everything's still going quite well with it, so. Rope swing gets a lot more use than the diving board. I could swim literally before I can remember. I was a scuba instructor for several years ago. I always wanted a pool that was big enough and deep enough you could swim around and have room. But I also didn't want just a flat concrete deck. I wanted something with character. I like rocks, I like waterfalls, I like streams. When I was 39, after we bought the house, I thought if I'm gonna do it, it's time to start working on it. They're taking a break to have a little mud bath. We dug the hole starting Labor Day of '93. We got an agricultural pond liner from Co-op.
Almost over. There it goes, there it goes, there it goes.
Some of the neighbors helped and we spread that plastic out, which was fun, spreading a 3,000-pound piece of plastic. Then I dug a well to fill this with because I knew this was going to take more water than what I wanted to be buying from a utility company. Now, we finally got our well going. We've got good quality water, but it's only putting out about 7 to 8 gallons per minute. But we're already enjoying it. This is the barrel that holds my well water hose. This fills up the pool. Because it's 500,000 gallons, it takes it 3 months running 24/7 to fill up the pool. It has been filled completely from empty 3 times.
Last time we recorded, we've put the water in through the winter. Now it's spring.
I had several pipes that went all the way around the dam. The top one had a hole drilled every 9 inches, rotating different angles through the PVC to help aerate it, to also keep it from getting stagnant. Plastic liner lasted about 5 years, and then we replaced that with a rubber liner. That's when we did the waterfall and 80% or so of the rock work above water now that you see. Although I designed everything, I did not know how to do the artistic work or have the skills to do the artwork. I called the zoo and see who did their exhibits, and they told me his name, Bernhard Meck. He's done most of the rock work. He did the tree, he did the tree roots, he did the tree stump. Everything above water, he did, one handful at a time. That rubber liner ended up lasting 14 years. When it died, that's when we used the spray-on concrete, and it's been there now 10 years, and we've had no problems with it. So, I've been asked several times how much the pool cost. I have estimates, but I really don't know because it's been done over 29 years. The chlorine is probably the biggest constant cost. We'll use about 100 pounds of tablets a week. I'll use a barrel about every 2 weeks with that many tablets. Electricity is probably about 200 a month on a year-round basis. Last year I kept up with all of my costs, not counting my labor. And let's just say a lot. Watch your step. No steps are created equal. Now this is the pump that runs the main system. The filtration system I talked to pool builders and they were going to cost a lot more and have large 3-phase motors and pumps. And I thought I had an idea that would work better. I went to 3 different pool builders and said, what do you think of this idea? They all 3 said that won't work. So I thought I'll try it and we'll see.
We didn't get any water yet. We reprimed the pump. Mickey's holding it up, see if it'll work this time. Turn it on and let her rip. Water!
There's a pit under the bottom down there that's 6 feet deep, 16 feet wide, 32 feet long. As the guy doing the concrete said, you realize your filter here is bigger than most pools that we build? Well, at the bottom of that has 459 feet of well strainer casing, which is like a PVC pipe that looks like somebody shot razor blades through it. Slits will let water go through, but will not let sand go through. It has 5 feet of sand on top of it and then about 1 foot of space. And we have those panels that cover it up so people don't stir up the top of the sand. Gravity pushes the water at a very slow rate of speed through the sand. It comes out really clean. And the pump pulls it out from the bottom and returns it right under the surface. 30 years later, it's still working. 1, 2, 3, go! My kids and grandkids all like to swim here. My kids grew up with it, swimming in it. We have friends and family. We've had people that brought ball teams or scout troops. We've had several people over the years that kind of enjoy it, but primarily the reason I built it that big is that's the way I wanted it. From the little dream as a kid till now, almost 60 years later now, this is where we're at. As long as I'm here, you know, it's here, I'll be taking care of it as long as I can. Several people ask me, you know, what's gonna happen to this when I'm gone? I said, the only thing I really know for sure is it won't be my problem. My 500,000 gallon backyard pool is the coolest thing I ever made.
One more time. I love the jumping in the background.